I give the floor to the representative of the Russian Federation.
Madam President, we are grateful to Stephanie Williams for briefing on the situation in Libya. We have always been in favor of a peaceful solution to the Libyan crisis through political and diplomatic means. We welcome the fact that the period of armed confrontation and fratricidal hostilities, which has torn Libya apart since the state was destroyed in 2011, has moved to the negotiating phase. Now, our position of principle to the Libyan peace process is premised on the need for the Libyans to take all the decisions themselves without external interference. At various international platforms, we have advocated for the idea that any proposals and initiatives must be endorsed by the Libyans themselves. When this condition is met, the chance to reach a consensus and move the political process forward significantly increases. We note with satisfaction the agreement on a ceasefire by the Libyan sides in the framework of the Joint Military Committee 5+5. In the interest of strengthening that ceasefire, discussions on mutual confidence measures are continuing, including in the civilian sphere. We welcome the steps taken to restore road connections and to resume flights between the various regions of the country. These decisions will contribute to normalizing the lives of ordinary citizens and in providing humanitarian assistance. And important elements are the formation of unified security forces and reaching an agreement on a stably functioning oil sector with the understanding that natural resources of the country belong to all its citizens. At the same time, we are concerned about reports about continuing violations of the arms embargo with regard to Libya. We are convinced that deliveries of weapons and the appearance of mercenaries only fuels the conflict. We need to put a stop to this, especially since any provocation could undermine the current ceasefire. The deliveries of weapons to Libya, which have continued since 2011, set the stage for the spread of the terrorist threat over all the African continent. We believe that in the current critical situation, the states that have influence on Libyan parties must encourage them to further de-escalation. We support dialogue with all Libyan parties, and we will continue to encourage them to take a constructive position. Madam President, we carefully followed the first round of the Forum of Libyan National Dialogue, which took place in Tunis under the auspices of the UN. The parties reached specific agreements on the principles of a peaceful transition. At the same time, they will need to discuss important issues pertaining to the parameters of forming effective national institutions of government, which can ensure the unity of the country. At the same time, we believe it's important that in the national dialogue, the broadest possible range of Libyan groups should be represented. This will ensure acceptance of the agreements by all the population of the country and serve as a safeguard against future calamities. We note that the central role in the Libyan peace process belongs to the UN. We're grateful to Stephanie Williams for her efforts. At the same time, we call on the Secretary General to appoint as soon as possible a special representative. This process has dragged out unjustifiably. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I thank the representative of the Russian Federation for his statement.